Hey all, this is Dave Wellman again with video number 4 in our series, Hiring the Best Buyer's Agent. Today I want to talk to you about 10 truths that you should know. Now these 10 truths fall into 3 categories. First of all, we want to talk about how your agent views you. Then we want to talk about how your agent views the buying process. And then thirdly, we want to remind you again of the truths about the fact that your agent works for you. So let's begin by looking at how your agent views you. First of all, a great buyer's agent knows that you are the most important person in the process. Without a buyer, there is no process. The listing agent can list a great house. The seller can be prepared to sell a great house. The banks can be prepared to lend money on the sale of a great house. But without a buyer, there is no buying process. And so you then become the most important person. A buyer's agent also knows that you should always be treated with respect. Now that's not just from the buyer's agent's position, but you should be treated with respect by every other person in the process. And so your buyer's agent is going to kind of watch out for you and make sure that everyone in the process treats you with the level of respect that you deserve. And then lastly, you need to understand that you should always receive not only respect, but the best service available. Because again, without you, there is no buying process. Without you, there are no transactions. Without you, that nobody moves in or nobody moves out without the buyer and the closed transaction. So remember that you are the most important person. You should always be treated with respect, and you should receive the best service available in the buying process. Now let's look at how your agent views the whole process. The first thing you need to understand about this is that every transaction has its own set of challenges. No 2 transactions are exactly alike. No 2 banking situations are exactly alike. No 2 listing agents or home sellers are alike. And there are differences in every transaction. A great buyer's agent has been through the process many times and understands these challenges and will be able to help you through the process and through the challenges, no matter which ones arise in a particular process. The second thing is you need to understand that your buyer's agent recognizes that your interests should always take preeminence. They should always be in first place. Again, it goes back to what we said before about the buyer being the most important person in the transaction. The buyer's agent's responsibility is to make sure that your best interests are always met and always dealt with and always considered above all other things. And in the end, your agent's goal is that you find the right house for the right price and under the right terms, so that when you leave the closing table with that set of keys in your hand to that new home of yours, you go into that new home excited and understanding all the ins and outs of that new house, and you are prepared to enjoy the life that you can live in the house that you were able to purchase. Now let's look at the truth of the fact that the agent works for you. First of all, you need to understand that you hired this agent. Hopefully you will have sat down with that agent and talked with them and learned about them and asked questions about how they work the process so that you become comfortable with that agent before you agree to work with them. And as is the case of anyone who is hired, if you hired the agent, you do have the ability at any time to fire the agent. Now, I need to make one caveat there. If you signed an exclusive buyer-agent contract, there may be some provision in that contract where you must work with that agent for a specific period of time. Again, if that's the case, be very cautious about hiring your agent, because you don't want to be stuck working with somebody while the house of your dreams gets purchased by somebody else. And so make sure about that. But if you hired your agent, in most cases, you can fire the agent. But I want to caution you about this. Don't fire them without reason. Don't get upset about something they say or a phone call they don't return and just fire them without reason. Most agents are working diligently on the behalf of their buyers And sometimes life catches up with them and they just get a little bit, have a tough day. And if they have that tough day and that's the day you need something from them, don't get angry and just fire them right away. Give them an opportunity to resolve the situation and get back on track with you, because you'll understand over time that a great buyer's agent will earn your loyalty. They want to do what's best for you. They want you to get the best house at the best price with the best terms and with the least amount of stress possible. And if they've done something wrong, they will do everything they can to correct it if they are indeed a great buyer's agent. Now, knowing these 10 truths can make your home buying experience much more enjoyable. But remember, choosing the right agent is absolutely crucial. So if you'd like more information or a no-obligation consultation, call me or email me today. We'll get together, we can sit down and talk, and I can try to help you through the process. Talk to you later. Have a great day.